Howdy y'all, it's Angela. This is Mother Issues, and today's issue is bullying. Nowadays, being called a racist is sort of like a conservative rite of passage. I mean, crazy people just call us names. But back in 2009, when we first started going out and would later become known as the Tea Party, calling us racist was almost like a flashbang. It was like, whoa! And the reason we went out, by the way, it was tax day. 2009. The president had just released his stimulus. They had passed in Congress the omnibus, and then he did the auto bailout. And quite frankly, at the time, my daughter was 6. Actually, she had just turned 7 2 days prior. She was 7 years old. We went out. It was rainy. We took her out of school, first grade, and we went down and protested in our capital of Concord, New Hampshire, and then we went over to Manchester. And we were all proud of ourselves. We were standing up for democracy. It didn't even occur to us that, the president's color was going to come into play, to be honest. I just didn't like the spending. In fact, we had our 7-year-old at the time on her dad's shoulders, waving a sign saying, "Stay out of my piggy bank." For us, it was a fiscal thing, and we thought we're conservative. So going out and protesting was not something, normal for us. We went home, we were all excited, and then there was nothing. Well, that was kind of weird. And then a few days later, more and more people started going out, and we started being called racists. And shortly thereafter, we were called the Tea Party movement, and that was fine. But it was really a stunning thing. And since then, since 2009, really, it's been 11 years, we've been bullied. We've been called stupid, we've been called racist, we've been called sexist. I've been called a sexist. I don't know how, but okay. So I've been called a sexist because I don't believe in abortion. I did when I was younger, and then I really started thinking about it, and quite frankly, where does life begin? I didn't have an answer for that. And if I couldn't answer that, then who am I to say when it's okay to end a life? So I decided at that point, if I cannot come up with an answer for when life begins, then I do not feel comfortable suggesting that abortion's okay, period. Anyway, so moving on. Throughout the Obama years, it was kind of all we had. And then it really makes sense why Donald Trump was so popular among people, if you think about it. And you're seeing it right now with what they're doing in the White House briefings and just the shenanigans. Let's just call them shenanigans. The shenanigans going on in the White House briefing and on the Democrat side, and Chuck Schumer putting out, and Joe Biden, for the love of God, elder abuse, please make it stop. But Chuck Schumer putting out statements and letters and memos and so on and so forth, suggesting the president should do things such as appoint somebody from the military as head of the procurement and distribution. Well, the president already did that, and you guys are all news watchers, so you don't need me to rehash all of this for you. The point being, their bully tactics aren't working because Donald Trump doesn't let them work. Their bully tactics are actually backfiring with American people, especially conservatives, because we were bullied that way. So they don't understand that when they bully Donald Trump, they're bullying us. And when Donald Trump stands up for himself, he's standing up for us. He's standing up for the people that were just viciously ruined in many cases. Many people were ruined. Think about what Lois Lerner and the IRS did under the Obama administration to Tea Party groups. And then we've got other people, the Me Too movement was something new, but and what they did to Brett Kavanaugh and so on and so forth. The viciousness has just escalated over the years. They didn't know what to do. They thought Donald Trump would crumble like every other president, and he would be gracious in accepting their insults. And then they called the man a Nazi, and they are shocked when he pushes back. It's really kind of stunning. Anyways, those people are bullies. Donald Trump is our sort of David, or sort of Michael, rather. Donald Trump is our sort of Michael. He is our shield, our sword. He is a warrior for the people, not in a physical battle sense, but in a verbal showdown between the forces of good and evil. And this really, what the media is doing, I'm not suggesting that Donald Trump is pure, but what the media is doing is not only evil and insidious, it's dangerous. The lies that they are telling about the coronavirus, the spin, the half-truths, the clipped snippets, the edits. This is a very, very dangerous time. And we've got a lot of people who are wholly ignorant, who don't understand anything other than their own myopic worldview. The fact of the matter is, they say things like Republicans aren't taking it seriously because we're just listening to Trump. Well, that's just silly, first of all. Second of all, I live in rural New Hampshire. When we go grocery shopping in the winter, which is when the quarantine started, we usually have a good month or so of supplies in the house anyways. When you live in a rural situation where you could get a blizzard at any day or multiple days in a row, or you could live like we did in the ice storm in 2008 and be without power for 2 weeks in the middle of bitter, bitter, bitter cold weather, you'll learn to be a little resourceful and prepared. It's not that we didn't care. It's not that we don't take it seriously. Social distancing in rural areas is a way of life. But they try to bully us. They try to make this some sort of superiority competition or something. It's not. It's just a different way of life. Unfortunately, for people on the news, they have always had the small way of life, or they've always wanted to be like that. There's a lot of ego going on there. And when you have that much ego, it's your way or no other way, apparently. So they are more than happy to do the spin and the gotcha moments to continue the narrative that Orange Man is bad. But Orange Man, don't you forget it, I said it here, Orange Man is our sword and shield of Michael. He is a warrior for the people. Every time they pick on him, he's defending for us. Don't forget that. Bullies cause movements, if you think about it. I think right now, let's call the virus the bully, and the social justice luxury politics are dying. So, anyways, guys, bullies will eventually be taken down. You just need a bigger sword and shield. Anyways, thanks so much. Again, I'm Angela. This was Mother Issues. This issue today was Bullies, and I hope you stayed till the end. It was kind of fun having you around. If you got any thoughts about any topics I should talk about or anything, please leave them below. I'm evolving the station or my channel as I get going. We're going to have a little bit different format. I'm just working on my editing and my camera work and all that good stuff. But sitting in the car for the moment, it's working for me. So thanks for checking me out, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!